Boom! What's going on, YouTube? Your boy Chris here, back with another crypto video that you need to make sure you pay attention to. But before we deep dive into everything crypto, let me hit you with a bit of fire. Cardano ADA DeFi trading volume just surpassed a whopping $22 million. That's right, folks. Millions are flowing into Cardano's DeFi space, and that's not all. One hotshot stock analyst is predicting a mind-boggling 3,000% surge for Cardano ADA when it comes to price discovery, pushing it all the way to $13 and beyond. Is this realistic for Cardano ADA finally, coming to, I guess fruition with, what's in people's minds? Or, is this really time to walk away and the FUD is actually not FUD and is something we should have concerns about? We're going to break down everything you need to know about Cardano crypto chaos that's going on right now. Buckle up, hit the subscribe button, and let's get into it. Let's go. So we're going to start here. We're going to have a look at coin market cap. The total market cap of crypto globally at the time of recording is up 0.37% at the time of recording at $2.43 trillion, with Bitcoin at 66,955.81, up 0.56% at the time of recording. But Cardano, ranked 10th by market cap, is at 43 cent 15, down 1.46% in the past 24 hours. But let's have a look at what's actually going on when it comes to Cardano. We've got Cardano DeFi trading volume surpasses $22 million. And look, for me, this is something that we need to be paying attention to. When we look at the articles that are out there, when we have, I guess, an experience of watching crypto influencers on YouTube and what they tend to say negatively about Cardano ADA and where it sits and what to expect from Cardano ADA, a lot of this stuff is negative. So actually we've got to be looking at what the data is actually telling us, because, and I've said this many times, everybody has an opinion. Opinions are like arseholes. Everyone's got one, and some of them are just, not really ones that you want to listen to, right? Like, everybody's got an opinion, and it doesn't mean that the opinion is right. And that's why I kind of say opinions are like arseholes. Everybody's got one. And look, that might not be something that people like to hear, but it is the data that we need to be looking at. And when data is telling us that trading volume surpassed $22 million, and it hasn't been at that, in a long time, that is something that we need to pay attention to. I think that we need to be paying attention to what the data is telling us and not what influencers are telling us in the crypto space. And it doesn't just go for Cardano ADA, it goes for each and every altcoin, or Bitcoin, for example. Whatever it is that you're investing in, you need to listen, I guess, to what people are saying. I would encourage people to listen to what my opinion is. I think I'm sat here with a proven track record, and many others aren't. They're on YouTube and they have no proven track record. They don't talk about what they've called and what they have failed to get correct and what they've got correct. I'll tell you whether I got something right or I got something wrong. But over the last 24 months, I don't think there's anybody that's predicted this market better than I have. I would go back and say over the last 4 or 5 years, nobody's predicted this market better than me. I told you about AI, artificial intelligence and machine learning, before most people even acknowledged that AI was a thing. And I told you back in 2019 that it was going to be this monstrous trend in the blockchain space. And we've seen that. I told you in 2020 to expect real world asset tokenization to be a really big trend. We're starting to see the likes of BlackRock, Larry Fink, and various others. The founder of Chainlink is now talking about how monstrous, real world assets are going to be in the future. And I've talked about privacy, and I've talked about compliant privacy and how important that's going to be in order to bring in, mainstream adoption. And the requirement for that is a privacy layer, compliant privacy layer, that enables banks and businesses to come into the blockchain space. At the moment, you can't have mainstream adoption because everything's transparent, everything's seen by everybody, and you can't have that. Businesses don't want their trade secrets to be exposed. You don't want your medical records to be visible for everybody. That would be embarrassing, depending on what operation you're about to have or what is wrong with you. But actually, a compliant privacy layer solves that, and that is what we need. And I've talked about all of these things, right? There is no one better. Like, honestly, like, there's people on in this space, they're here to just extract money from you. I'm different. I want to take you on a journey with me, with Nick, with our community, and I want us all to be successful together. And I think that's really possible. So do join the free Discord, become a member, if that's your you want a little bit more and you want to interact with us more closely. But join our seed round, private round, sale NFT club, and so on with Secret Crypto Club. These are the sorts of things that people that are successful won't ignore. They will investigate and see whether it resonates with them. Go ask the community in our free Discord whether it's worth joining or not. They'll give you the honest opinion. Don't take it from me. But look, I think you need to listen to people. People that are prominent in the space, people that have experience, people that are actually successful. And I don't mean crypto influencers, like blanket them all. The likes of 𝗕𝗘𝗀𝗀𝗃𝗪, the likes of BitBoy Crypto, and so on, right? Like, they didn't necessarily become successful from their crypto investments. They may well have become successful from endorsements and paid content. So you've got to take what these people say with a pinch of salt. I'm not saying that is the case with these individuals, but you need to kind of have that acknowledgement that they might not actually be as they seem. Have they actually been telling you about these things before they've actually come to fruition? Have they demonstrated all of the altcoins that they've invested in and shared with you on their channels and what they actually made in the previous bull run? We did on Cheeky Crypto. You can go check that out. I think we invested, I think it was like 30 or 40,000, and we created $750,000 in the previous cycle. That was based on all of the altcoins that we covered on our channel. We've been, not involved in any rug pulls whatsoever in our entirety of doing crypto content. So, these sorts of things are things that people should pay attention to. But you need to couple watching people on YouTube and taking their opinions with your own research, right? You've got to go do your own research and so on. But look, I've probably come way away from my point here. The data, the research that you do is the stuff that is important, and that is why I wanted to kind of mention all this stuff about what's going on with Cardano here. We've got stock analyst expert expects a 3,000% Cardano upsurge to about $13 plus, and he's saying that if history repeats itself. Now, what I want to talk about is the actual history here. Whenever we've had a hard fork for Cardano, if we look at the other one, it was an obscene amount of, percentage gains. I think it went to over $3. Huge gains. I mean, we were buying it at like, 8-10 cents, and it shot on up to over $3. I don't think we're going to probably see that this time round, for this particular hard fork, but I do think that we have seen gains, and if history does repeat itself, we are going to see some phenomenal gains when it comes to Cardano with the Chang hard fork. Moving on, we've got Bitcoin source to 67,300. Michael Saylor reacts. Again, really bullish statements being made by Michael Saylor, obviously with the price discovery that we've seen. Bitcoin is going to go on and it's going to do much higher than this. For me, 120k would kind of, signal a very close sort of point to the top for Bitcoin. You can let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below, but for me, that would just be a phenomenal kind of level price-wise for Bitcoin to achieve this bull run, obviously with a Fed pivot and the challenges that we've got economically. We've got 2-year high for Bitcoin whales. What does this mean? Look, for me, seeing, whales at an all-time high when it comes to investments in regards to Bitcoin is a really big deal. And for me, it signals where Bitcoin's price is heading. I don't think that people really quite understand where the value of Bitcoin is actually heading. If we go back to the previous cycle, people talking about $100,000 Bitcoin being laughed at when we were talking about it as influencers on YouTube. Now you've got these dickheads from the institutions talking about $1 million Bitcoin, $10 million Bitcoin. These fucking idiots, like would be laughed at in the last cycle saying these kind of numbers. When influencers like Ben Armstrong, and various others, 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗧𝗧, when they were, talking the nonsense they were talking in the last cycle about $100,000, they were being ridiculed. But I don't see the same, I guess, reaction to some of these fucking dickheads that are no better than Ben Armstrong and, the folks over at 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗧𝗧. I want to be quite clear. These institutional public-facing figures in the media, be it 𝗕𝗪𝗪𝗧𝗧, Kathy Wood, and the rest of these dickheads, right? Like, I just want to be quite clear. I've had a few drinks today. Can you tell? They know no more than Ben Armstrong and others in this space. I keep picking on Ben Armstrong. I don't mean to. There's nothing you know nothing against the guy, but like my point is they know no more than I do. They know no more than Ben Armstrong and any other prominent person in the crypto space, guy at Coin Bureau. They don't know any more than any of us, right? Matter of fact, I would go as far as saying these public facing institutional figures know less. And I just want to put it out there. They probably know far less than the likes of Ben Armstrong, than the likes of me, than the likes of Guy at Coin Bureau and various others, right? I just want to be quite clear about all of this stuff, right? Because people kind of put them in a higher tier of, who they should listen to. And ultimately, these other institutional public-facing figures, they're getting paid whether the price goes down or the price goes up. The question I would ask you is, are the influencers like Ben Armstrong and various other people getting the same as these individuals? The answer is no, they're not. But it's my thoughts, it's my opinions. You can let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. We got Bitcoin large sellers exhausted as 67k Bitcoin price holds again. I don't think it will last forever. I think we will come down. I think we need a Fed pivot, but ultimately, I think going into August, we're going to see some positive moves to the upside. We've got how tokenized real-world assets are outperforming crypto. So I wanted to talk about this, right? Because for me, I think this is the biggest opportunity in crypto. The biggest opportunity, I'm lying, the biggest opportunity in the world, right? I've talked in the past, back in like 2019, 2020, that crypto blockchain is the biggest opportunity of your lifetime. Well, in 2024, two or 3 years on, I think that real world asset tokenization on the blockchain is now in 2024, as I speak today, is the biggest opportunity in cryptocurrency, or even just generally in your lifetime. If you missed 2020, 2019, if you weren't investing in blockchain crypto back then, and you're only getting into it now, I think real world asset tokenization is now the biggest opportunity for generational wealth building that there is. And the reason why I say this is you've got the likes of BlackRock and various other institutions talking about this being a $1 trillion market. Now the market at the moment is low billions, not even trillions yet, not even hundreds of billions, just billions, right? So there's a huge monstrous move to the upside. So for me, real world asset tokenization, uh, like if you're watching today's video, it is like, in my opinion, um, it's like watching a Bitcoin video when Bitcoin was $1 and somebody telling you you should be buying a small amount, like $100 of Bitcoin right now at $1. Like this, for me, real world asset tokenization is like that sort of opportunity. It's like investing a small amount of money in real world tokenization of assets. Right now, a small amount could be generational level wealth in the future. And I'm talking 10, 20 years time from now. Now, when they're saying trillions, when the institutions and the big players are telling you that it's a $1 trillion market, I think they're wrong. And like my views, and I was talking about this way before anybody else. Like there was nobody talking about this before me. And my views on where the market's going to be 20, 30, 40 years from now, everything will be on the blockchain, everything will be tokenized. And, I've kind of said this several times, but um, I think it's a $1 trillion market, a multi $1 trillion market. I think that they're lowballing it with a $1 trillion market. So when you kind of think we're in low billion market cap now for real world asset tokenization, and I'm telling you that it can go to $1 trillion market cap levels, you don't necessarily have to pick the actual market leader, the winner, right? And that's going to be very difficult to do. It's so early. There's not actually that many projects. What I would say, and it's just my opinion, so take it with a pinch of salt, do your own research, never invest more than you're willing to lose, and all that sort of stuff. If there's early investment opportunities in real world asset tokenization projects, or you want to invest and diversify, I would encourage people to make sure you have a really good allocation in this space, because I think it's the biggest opportunity in blockchain. I don't think there's anything that is close to real world tokenization asset projects at the moment when it comes to the upside potential. Now, like I say, I think this video in the future, 20, 30, 40 years from now, will be like the videos you're watching where 𝗕𝗪𝗀𝗃's talking about a $1 Bitcoin and you should go get some now, like you won't regret it and all that sort of stuff. I think this is a sort of video that you're watching today, if you're lucky enough to be watching it. And let me know your thoughts and opinions. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Take everything that I say with a pinch of salt. It's for entertainment purposes only. Go away, do your own research, never invest more than you're willing to lose, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.